In a CBS 3 at 4 State of Our School special report, today we're featuring the crisis for school counselors in Philadelphia. They are serving more and more of an integral role in the lives of students these days, balancing the gravity of a pandemic and a gun violence epidemic in the city. I spoke with a counselor and school principal using unconventional methods to reach students.
Since March 13th, 2020, we've lost approximately 11 students to the gun violence in Philadelphia.
For Overbrook High School counselor Tony Davenport, the loss of young lives has been overwhelming.
So what is it like? I'm starting a little teary-eyed. It's like we prepared for graduation last year. One of my top students was murdered last year. He was slated to attend college. We were preparing for graduation. I'm so sorry. And then that night we were just finalizing details, and we received notification that 2 additional students were murdered that night.
Surging levels of gun violence throughout Philadelphia is touching schools around the city. It's prompting schools like Overbrook in West Philadelphia to increase their counseling staff, going from just having 1 at one point to adding 3 additional counselors to support a student body of more than 450 students.
Our students are facing trauma, and it has become normalized for them. And so my school counselors are the individuals who help them unpack what they're feeling.
The school district has at least 200 counselors in school buildings around the city, all tackling not just the gun violence epidemic that's breaching school walls, but also the gravity of a nearly 3-year battle with the pandemic.
There is a disconnect through all the grief, all the trauma, all the loss, because it's not just the loss and grief at Overbrook High School, but it's also in the community. They've lost relatives to COVID, to gun violence.
Unimaginable loss has led to unprecedented measures to support not just students, but their families.
So yes, some people may think it's unconventional for a school counselor to actually go and do a home visit, but it was a necessity for us because we needed to engage the students. We needed to become their biggest cheerleaders.
Overbrook High has seen many glimmers of hope because of counseling strategies.
We have decreased the number of students that have out-of-school suspensions, as we see the number of students that are enrolled in dual enrollment. She spoke about our graduation rate. So all of that is the contributing work of school counselors.
For Tony Davenport, this work is personal. It's what drives her and other counselors to become a life-changing force.
It takes a village to raise a child, and I want to be a part of someone's village because I'm not just impacting that student, I am changing the trajectory of their life.
Well, school officials say they are continuing to see success in the holistic model of support that they've created with a 100% graduation rate for students who were in the 2019-2020 academic year.